Coming up on the Sports Desk, playoffs everywhere. We've got cameras all over Torrance covering baseball, volleyball, tennis. Who won? Who closed shop for the season? Elko is bringing the heat as the school's athletic department continues to dominate in multiple sports. Plus, she's a Cirque du Soleil performer and a Torrance Cali native. This former gymnastics star is in studio while the Big Top is in town. We've got the who, what, where, when, and how. Let's get things started right now. Hey guys, welcome to the Sports Desk, your one source for all things Torrance sports. I am your host, Lesley Robins. For the next half hour or so, sit back and kick back as we give you a gateway to the brightest sports stars and hottest sports spots in Torrance. Before we get to the good stuff, we want to hear from you. Here are the social media stats. I'm at Lesley Mia. The show is at the Sports Desk TV. Find us, tag us, follow me. Our program is also on Facebook. We've got email. All the details are right there on the screen. Tell us what's going on and what we need to know, because when it comes down to it, the show is all about you. Now let's get you in the know with some numbers. So you want to talk about the Stanley Cup playoffs? Nah, how about the CIF Southern Section playoffs? Yes! Let's begin the show with softball, because these ladies are so fierce on the field, they deserve to go first. Starting off with South in Division 2, trailing by 3 runs heading into the bottom of the 6th against Simi Valley. The Spartans kept their cool and rallied late to grab the W 9-6. We'll be with the team for round 2, so stay tuned to our social media pages for updates. Torrance High's softball squad Division 5 came out with a win as well, 13-3. They face Yucca Valley next and we'll be there. But it's the end of the road for Bishop Montgomery in Division 5 as they lost to Paraclet 6-5. The journey also stopped for West Division 1 team, the 2018 Division 3 champion. They lost to Gar in the first round 6-3. Torrance High baseball, your Pioneer League champion, will be away playing San Juan Hills in the second round. So, of course, that means they got past the first round. They faced a tough team in Santa Monica, but they rose to the occasion. Justin Thompson has the story.
Thanks, Leslie. I'm here at Kendall Field, where Torrance High is set to battle Santa Monica High School in the first round of the CIF Southern Section Baseball Playoffs. The Tartars have won 8 of their last 9 games. They'll look to keep the momentum rolling here today. And the hot streak continued for Torrance as they wasted no time getting on the scoreboard. How important was jumping on that sophomore pitcher, 5 runs in the first inning?
Well, definitely important. You know, that helped set the tone for us. And it kind of relieves some of the nerves here. You know, everybody's a little anxious. It's a playoff game. It's a home game. You're in front of all your fans. You want to do well. So to score 5 like that really kind of got us underway.
Well, if the team was nervous, they certainly didn't show it, with Neil Feist leading the charge for the Tartars, recording 8 strikeouts on the day. How about that second inning? 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, all down on strikeouts. Take me through how you were feeling out there.
I just hit a rhythm. It was like I was on there and it just clicked and I just rolled with it.
Yes, Neil was rolling on the mound and his defense rolled right along with him, feeding off of that great pitching.
Helps a lot when he's doing good on a day, the good start, helping us out, getting kids to grill over and stuff. We can make the outs. The
Torrance High baseball team now turns their attention to the next round against San Juan Hills on Tuesday.
It's going to be a tough match right there. We definitely got to hit the field hard tomorrow, Monday, and go out Tuesday and play.
Hey, if everybody buys in, then it's going to be hard to beat us, very hard to beat us.
This team is certainly up for the challenge, and they will continue to grow even closer in their pursuit of another CIF title.
We have a really tight program here. It feels like a family where our alumni are still involved. They come here to the games. They talk to our guys.
Great opportunity to be on this team. Got my teammates. I wouldn't trade them for anything, you know. When I'm having a bad day, they pick me up, and then when I'm having good days, just like, that's what I'm supposed to do. Great team. Love them.
Thanks, Justin. It was a shutout as West baseball team won their Division 3 wildcard game against Glen 4-0, but then they went to Ocean View for the first round and fell a tad short, losing 6-5. South lost their Division 3 playoffs wildcard game to Sarah 5-3. In tennis playoffs action, West made it to the second round of the CIF playoffs in Division II, where they faced EDISON but lost 10-8. In the first round, West got the W over Hart, winning 12-6, and we were there. This is a strong team that we've spent time with before, and after this particular round of the playoffs, Coach John Swanson told me that his strategy was, and always is, treat these matches just like any other. And with that, the kids played well. That they did, and the captain agrees.
I thought it might be really close, and I prepared really a lot for this day. The team itself too, because we are kind of injured too. I watch a lot of professional tennis games to just have mental preparations. I stretch out in the morning during school too. I try to not look at my phone as much because that's gonna mess up my eye. I try to be careful with my eyes too, not to be unfocused during the match. I think doubles need to work on teamwork more, but I think overall we have really good team this year compared to past years. I think we really have a chance this year. Especially, I'm really glad that this year is my last year in high school. I'm really glad the school is doing really good as a team. I'm really hopeful for the future. I'm hoping our team can win the CIF, hopefully, and I think we are on the way if we are gonna keep up this condition.
Keeping in the tennis flow, Division IV second round, Hemet came to Bishop Montgomery and left not happy campers. The Knights beat them 11-7. On to the quarterfinals, those Knights go. In the first round, the Co-Del Rey League champ took on Western High and came out the victor, winning 10-8. Thanks to Bishop's athletic director Eric Wood for the picks. For South High's first round in Division II, they lost to Martin Luther King 11-7. While Torrance High won their Division III wildcard match against Oxford Academy 14-4, they will not be advancing as they lost to Long Beach Poly in the first round 13-5. In volleyball, we officially have no horses left in the race. That was the closest Kentucky Derby reference I could find for today's show. Move over, maximum security. There's a new winner, Country House in town. Okay, I digress. Back to volleyball. Sadly, it's true. No Torrance area schools are left in the playoffs, but it was a good run, boys. Torrance High got through the first round against St. Monica Catholic by a score of 3-0, but got swept by Los Altos in the second round, 3-0. In Division II, first round, South lost to Thousand Oaks 3-1, and Bishop Montgomery fell to El Segundo, also 3-1. In Division IV, North won their wild card game against Lawndale 3-0, but then fell short in the first round, losing to Valley Christ Church 3-0. And in Division VI, first round, Ambassador couldn't seal the deal, losing to Coastal Christian 3-0. And as I often say, these scores and highlights are just the beginning. Keep an eye on our social media pages for all the latest and greatest. But scores that are in the books, the CIF Southern Section Swim Championships. In Division IV, West and South girls finished 5th and 6th, respectively. On the boys' side, West finished 8th, and Torrance's Adam Hashimoto finished 2nd in the boys' 100 backstroke. Okay, coming up, Cirque du Soleil is in town, and so is a Cirque performer who is from Torrance. That's a win-win in my book. Plus later, ECC is coming in, HOT. Stay tuned. Woo! Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this!
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Lesley Robins here. She is a Cirque du Soleil performer, currently with the show Amaluna here in Southern California, and she's a Torrance native. Please welcome to the studio Amara DiFilippo.
Hi.
Hi, welcome
Thank
back
you.
to Torrance.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
Super excited to have you. Now, let's just talk a little bit about why you're in town, why you're back in town with one of the greatest spectacles on a stage, Amaluna.
Yep.
Tell me about the show before we get into how you became a part of it.
So Amaluna is an island that's ruled by women, and our main character, Miranda, she's coming of age, and we're there to celebrate it. And her mother, Prospera, creates a storm that brings men onto our island. And from there, that's where she meets Romeo, and they go through the trials and tribulations of their relationship. And then you also see other relationships start to form between other characters. So at the end of the day, it's a love story. And who doesn't love a good love story, you know?
It's amazing. And you had a love story with Cirque du Soleil when you were younger. It was kind of, I want that, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
You were a gymnastics star really early on. Carr Elementary, right here in Torrance. Take me back to that young girl who wanted to be a gymnastics star and then followed her dream.
Yeah, so I saw Cirque du Soleil show in California when I was 13. And after the show, I knew I wanted to do that. I wanted to be on that stage, but I obviously went to college. I got a full scholarship to the University of Arkansas.
In gymnastics?
In gymnastics, yep. And like once I finished gymnastics, I knew Cirque was still in the back of my mind, so I really wanted to still do it. And I sent in a demo tape, and about 4 months later, I got this job with Amaluna, and I've been with Amaluna ever since. So.
What I find amazing about Cirque performers is the way they became part of the troupe. Oh, I sent in a demo, and then a year later, 2 months later, a week later, it's so random, and any time of day, you can get a phone call from them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I sent in a demo tape, and 4 months later, I got the call. But I was at home, and I've been waiting, and I didn't really know if they were going to call. You don't know what to expect, right? And it's all about timing with Cirque. So I was really, really lucky that I got this job, and it's with gymnastics. We're doing an uneven bar act, so it's really cool that I get to do something that I've been doing my whole life. So
now, before we get to the uneven bar act that you do in the show, you mentioned that you were at home when you got the phone call. So your parents still live here in Torrance.
Yeah.
You're staying with them while you're here. What was that phone call like? You were just chilling in your living room watching TV in Torrance, and oh, hi, Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah,
we want you.
I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. You know, my dream job's calling me, and they want me to do an uneven bar act. I was so excited. After they called me, I was jumping up, I was so excited. Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so the uneven bar act.
Right.
Break it down. You helped create it.
Yeah.
That's a huge notch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite an honor to be part of something that Cirque's never actually done before. This is the first time an uneven bar has been done in Cirque du Soleil, and it was a long process. We did creation for about 8 months because they didn't even know if the uneven bar act was going to be, that we were able to do it. So I got to help create it. I got to help with the costumes. I helped to create the makeup. It was quite an honor to be part of that. And basically it's very similar to the Olympic sport gymnastics, but we bring the bars in and we actually go back to old style gymnastics where the bars are close. And then we also have multiple girls swinging on the same bar. And it's a little bit different than normal gymnastics, right? You're always alone in regular gymnastics, but here we're swinging on the bars with multiple girls and the bars are close. So it's normal gymnastics, but with a little circus twist to it.
A circus major twist, major twist. Now break down the process of how you create it. Are you actually on the floor, on the mat, with the bars, kind of working through it, or is it pad and pencil? How do you create it?
Basically, we're on the bars, and we do try and do different skills. Some skills we weren't able to do, and so it's very hands-on experience.
Wow. So while you're on tour, which you've traveled the globe with this show, you've been in it, 8 years now running?
Yep, I've been 8 years, yeah.
Now break that down while you're on tour, how that kind of affects your body as a gymnast and kind of how you keep that athletic build going.
Yeah, I mean, I love doing it, but obviously it's very tough on your body, but it's something that you get used to, basically. Yeah, and since I've been doing gymnastics since I was very little, your body's just used to it.
Okay, so you're here in San Pedro under the big top. Break down a rehearsal day for me.
Okay, so
or practice or warm up before the show starts.
Right. So I'm usually there pretty early, a lot earlier than everybody else, because I actually am an artist coach. So I am in charge of everything that happens with the Amazons. So usually I'll get there, and we have a kitchen on site. So yeah, that makes really good food.
Ooh, what's your food of choice?
Ooh,
as a
actually
gymnast?
really like Thai food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay for your stomach and,
Yeah.
and flipping and
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Hey, who knew?
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
And so usually I'll eat something, and then after that we'll have training. So the Amazons will have training, and after that, sometimes depending on the day, we'll have stagings where we go over certain things like in the show that need some work, and then we also do our makeup. So all the artists do our own makeup. That's something that we had to learn, and then after that we'll probably warm up, and then we'll meet. All the Amazons will meet, and we'll go over the lineup for the day, because what we do isn't always the same, which is kind of cool because it keeps it, exciting, and it's not always the same thing every day. So we also do different skills. The structure is the same, but we do different skills, so it's not boring,
And after this, you go from California, you go to New Jersey.
Yep, we go to Livingston, New Jersey.
Wow. And how long does it go on? And then do you switch shows, or what happens?
It depends on the longevity of the show, but I'm still really happy with Amaluna, and I hope to be with it as long as I can. And especially since I'm at home right now performing, it's amazing that I get to do this.
So you are at home.
Yeah.
Now your family gets to see you, friends get to see you that probably haven't seen you full on Cirque mode.
Yeah. So
What's that like?
It's really exciting because some of my family members have never even seen me do gymnastics. So just to be able for them to come see the show, they had no idea what I was doing. So for them to come see me, it really means the world to me.
You've come so full circle. What was it like growing up in Torrance as a young gymnast? You were phenomenal. What kind of opportunities did you find here? And then how did you know, besides seeing Cirque, I want to do that, where did you think you wanted to go with your talents?
I actually, since I saw that Cirque show here, this is my dream job. This is what I wanted to be doing.
And you're still so young.
I know. And so the fact that I'm still doing this and the fact that I'm living my dream job, it's amazing.
Wow. Now, do you create more for Cirque du Soleil, you think? Have they asked?
They haven't asked yet, but I mean, I would love to. I love creating things. I love creating from the ground up, and that's a perfect job for me because I've helped create Amaluna. So it's amazing, but if an opportunity presents itself, of course I'm going to look at it, but I'm still really happy with the company. So
now the company, like I said, tours everywhere. How's tour life?
It's amazing.
Well, actually, according to your Instagram page, it is amazing. You get to go to the most stunning cities on the planet.
Yeah, so we started in Canada, so I got to travel all through Canada. I traveled all through North America. Then we went to Europe. I traveled all through Europe, and then South America, and now we're back in the States a little bit, and hopefully we get to go to China. So I've literally been able to travel the world, and it's amazing that I can do what I love, but also see the world.
Wow. Now, little girls that are here in Torrance that are gymnasts, working out and struggling and blood, sweat, and tears, what kind of advice would you pass on to them to say, look, I did it, you can too?
Yeah, I would say that it might be hard now, but just really follow your dreams. And I know that sounds a little cliche, but you're beautiful, you're strong, you're fierce, and you can do anything that you put your mind to.
You should go around to the elementary schools and your old school and kind of talk about that because
really cool.
What an inspiration you are.
Thank you.
Next time you come back through Southern California, you come back to Torrance and you see us, please.
Okay, I will for sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Everyone, if you can, check out Amaluna at the San Pedro waterfront. Show Amara some Torrance love. Okay, coming up, El Camino Athletics is so money right now. So many sports, so many wins. It's becoming a thing. Stay tuned.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Okay, Mom wants us home. Okay, bye guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right, how about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later. That's it.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Lesley Robins here. We're off to El Camino College now, where the athletics department continues to show other schools who is boss. For the first time in Elko's short history of the beach volleyball program since 2015, ECC is headed to the state championships. This following a pair of 5-0 sweeps over Bakersfield and Cypress in regionals on their home sand courts. Let's take you there. Playing against number 12-seeded Bakersfield, the Warriors dropped just one set in the 5 matches played to get a 1-0 record on the day. The Renegades then upset number 5-seeded Cypress 3-2, leaving the possibility of the Warriors advancing without having to win their match against the Chargers. But just because the Warriors are the Warriors, they swept past the Chargers to secure the program's first state championship berth. We were able to spend time with the team in between the 2 games.
The first game we served really well. We got a lot of aces off in the first game, and we were able to settle down and really play really good defense and offense. So it was really hard for them to come back. Second game, come around, we missed a couple serves, and they picked up the pace a little more. So we were able to play as good as the defense we played the first game, but we overcame in the end and came out with the dub. It feels really good. It's almost a sense of pride. Well, I'm really proud of myself and my partner as well. Really couldn't do it without the help of our team. With how good our team is, we were able to get that really good competition in practice, able to convert it in games. Communication is huge, especially in beach volleyball, especially when there's only 2 people on the court aside from 6. So you definitely have to talk about what's going on at all times. This is me and Kylie's first year playing together. So we were kind of close indoors, so it was kind of easy to play. And she's a very easy player to play with, so it wasn't that hard at all. It's definitely a lot of work. We didn't just get here, overnight. So it definitely takes practice day in and day out. Hard work on the sand every day. So it's definitely a lot of work. It's a lot of competition as well, and we get the help from our teammates a lot in practice, so we're able to do that in the games as well.
It's my first year playing here, so I'm excited to play with Fina, who's a great player. I think we do a really good job of communicating with each other and coming back. We have to work on being more consistent overall throughout the game, but if we're able to do that, then I think we'll do well at state if we make it.
Coming into the game, we carried over drills and games that we did during practice over this week, and I think it really helped us. And just looking at the defense and calling our shots and just working and busting our butts just to get the ball up. Since the beginning of the season, we had a good chemistry, and just playing together and hanging outside of practice has really helped us bond.
We started out pretty strong, went in with a game plan and stuck to it, and it ended up being really good, and we came out with the win. This is my first time playing beach. I've always been an indoor player, and I actually have really liked the transition and have really enjoyed seeing myself and my teammates improve.
I think indoor is more power and stuff. That's what I feel. Even though this is my first second year playing beach, and this is more shots, more ball control there.
I was really happy in the first game. We played really well. Second game was a little rough, but we ended up with the win, so that was all that mattered. My partner and I are so opposite from each other. We're completely different. I'm very outgoing and she's more shy, and I'm really loud and she's quiet. So our dynamic just works so well together because we both balance each other out.
The great thing about beach is they have to do a lot on their own. There's no subbing. You're kind of out there. If you are struggling, you're going to get picked on. So we just try to help them with the other team's weaknesses, and they need a little back to basic talk. Take care of the ball, keep it in the big square on the other side of the net, and by this point, hopefully they know what they're doing. Today's the day. Got to play.
Well, not only did the team qualify for the state championship, a few days later, they qualified 3 out of their 5 pairs for state as well. Both championships are just around the corner, so stay tuned to our social media pages for the latest scores. Staying at ECC, the baseball team has officially begun their quest back to Fresno for the state championship. Here's a look at their journey via a series of stunning pictures courtesy of ECC. The Warriors had a great couple of days on the diamond against Pasadena. In their Friday game, the team was led by freshman pitcher Jimmy Galicia, who was on fire, striking out 5 and pitching the whole game en route to his 10th win of the season. What a performance by the freshman. The Warriors' bats showed up early, scoring 3 runs in the second inning with contributions from Taishi Nakawaki, leadoff man Jerry Granillo, and a clutch 2-out double from Joseph Borges that scored 2 for the Warriors. Then in the 4th inning, another double, this time from Spencer Palmer, who scored 2 more runs and gave ECC a 5-0 lead. Elko would wind up winning 6-0. After that game, the two teams took the field the following morning to face off in Game 2 of the series. Another dominant pitching performance by ECC's Aaron Orozco, who secured a win in this game as well with a final score of 5-1. The Warriors' strong showing earned them their 3rd straight trip to the Super Regionals. Also, moving on to Super Regionals from ECC softball. They got there by beating San Diego Mesa 2-1. They advanced for the 3rd consecutive year and for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. ECC track and field qualified 17 men's individual entries and both relays, plus 12 women's individual entries and the 400-meter relay to the SoCal Regional Finals. Oh, and I'm not done with the ECC accolades. Freshman swimmer Ida Du is the new state champion in the 400 individual medley with a new state record time, beating the previous record by just over a second. Plus, she was awarded Outstanding Performance of the Meet. Brava. Yes, celebrating athletes is what we do here, and this next story is another prime example of that. Many of the nation's top high school basketball players were right here in Torrance at Shoot 360 as they practiced for the 9th annual Ball is Life All-American game. We talked to 2 Cali fan favorites about the honor of being selected.
I had a successful high school season, working hard. I played in a lot of camps, did well in those, and then Balls Life was lucky enough to select me. You just play hard, have a good time. They're treating us well here, so just enjoy their presence and take advantage of the opportunity.
It just, when you pick the best high school players in the country, I was picked, I guess. I'm from out here too, so I'm happy to be here. This is like a last tournament for us to, like, you know, us high school kids to go head to head with each other. And we're about just trying to have fun out here because, you know, it's basically the last high school tournament most of us are playing in.
And that is the end of today's very big show. Really looking forward to seeing you back next week. Be sure to stay in touch on social media, Twitter, Instagram. I'm at Lesley Mia. The show is at the SportsDesk TV. Tag us, find us on Facebook, send us an email, keep in touch, and take us behind your scenes. For everyone here at the Sports Desk, I'm Lesley Robins. Thanks for watching.